Then he closed the door. I was trapped. As you ripped all my innocence away from me. I got sexually abused a long time ago. Once, as a very young child, and I can't bring myself to talk about that. And then once again when I was a young teenager at school. It was a stranger who sexually assaulted me when I was a teenager. I went down one night on my bike to put some money in my bank account. It was a Friday evening. I was at that stage where I could go to town on my own. So I went to the bank just around 8 o'clock. I banked my money. As I was about to leave the bank, I was approached by a well-dressed and well-spoken gentleman. He was friendly and he needed some street directions. I actually felt quite good that somebody asked me because I'd always lived in Christchurch. I know my way around the town really well. And we were brought up to help people, of course. He ascertained the fact that my father worked and I was going to meet him not till another hour or so. And he said, actually, I'm quite lost and I'd appreciate it if you showed me around the city. I'll give you a $5. So this was pre-decimal coinage days here in New Zealand. There was a lot of money to me. It was £5. Wouldn't sound much to you, but £5. Oh wow. I was going to walk along Hereford Street towards Colombo Street because you can look into the square there. But he immediately started walking the other direction and talking to me flat out. And I sort of got I don't know, swept along in some way. It was starting to get dark. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't aware there was anything wrong. We just went round the corner. There was a path leading up to the house. But when we got to this path by the house, he said, look, I've left my wallet inside. If you just come in, get that money. And so he walked out the path and he opened the door and he ushered me in. I had no real fear. I was sort of, I think, a little aware of the fact that I'm a wee bit out of the way here. It's getting dark, there's nobody around, but he'd been very nice to me, and then he closed the door. I was trapped. To some extent, and I still don't know why, I seem to keep my head, I don't know why. I then just toned in, I've got to escape from here, but I knew I had no show because he was a lot taller and stronger than me, and I didn't know what he was going to do. He sexually assaulted me. I can still picture his face that night. I can still hear him talking to me. I can still feel him touching me. I can still feel the sensation of forcing his way into my personal and private space. As you ripped all my innocence away from me. I thought of making a run for it, but although he wasn't vicious, I was still terrified because I didn't know. It went through my head, has he got a knife? I don't know. I didn't know he would drown me in the river, what he was going to do. There was no one around. He just suddenly, he pushed me on my shoulder, not viciously. And he just said, "You better come meet your father." I walked in there and I never said anything. I remember waking up the next morning. And wanting to wash every single thing that I touched. And so I never told anybody. It was the 29th of October 1965 when he did that. On the 28th of October in 2015, it was the day before 50 years turned over since he'd done what he did to me. It was our wedding anniversary. And on quite a number of occasions before I had decided I would tell Sian, but always something went wrong or I backed out from it. Couldn't do it. But that day I did. So Sian was the first person I told, and one day short of 50 years. I know it's not been easy for her. It's been wonderfully supportive. So I was all ready to take the letter in. This was October. Told myself I set myself a goal. I'll do this by Christmas. Then I can walk away from it as best I can. less than 6 weeks after that, I almost walked into my offender. Still can't believe it. I feel for those other victims. I question myself, what would happen if I reported it straight away? And even after, it's now 53 years. And although I'm making really good progress, I can still picture his face that night.